All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, Core Motivate. And in today's video, I wanted to overall do a video for people out there that are kind of, I guess, it's difficult for them to accept being bald. Like, it might be a situation where, yeah, you might have a receding hairline or you're losing hair and you don't like that look afterwards. Like if you lose a lot of hair and yeah, it really can like alter your appearance and stuff. And yeah, with me, it was like it started at a young age where I started losing my hair, and yeah, I was balding, and it was messed up, man, because it was like all my life I always had hair. You could look at pictures of me when I was younger, I had hair. What elementary hair, middle school hair, high school hair, early 20s, like and that was like one of the last hairstyles, and maybe that could have been the reason. Like maybe I just had like a bad well, I wouldn't say it was because my hair was still growing even after I dyed my hair and stuff. And plus I had cut the maybe I don't know, maybe it was just I don't know, like it's just life. Like it might be like a hereditary thing on the men's side of my family. Yeah, because I'm like for the most part, all the men that I know in my family, they had yeah, they're bald. It's like they either have like a short amount of hair or they're bald. And nah, man, like I remember when it was crazy. Out of all the people to point it out, it was a coworker. I was cool with him though. It wasn't like a coworker that just, I don't know, like this. He just started working there like what 2 minutes ago or something like that. And he just pointed out, like, no, it was somebody that I was cool with. So I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, is it? I was like, is it that bad? And so overall though, I went ahead and just went with it. I'm like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't care. Like, it ain't that bad. It ain't that noticeable. Like, you have to really be like looking and stuff. And I'm like, nah, man, ain't nobody gonna be doing that. But then COVID happened, and yeah, it was like the barber that I would go to, and he was such a cool dude too. I was like, yeah, he's somebody. He sadly passed away some years ago, and I haven't been back to a barber since. I was like, nah, man, I'm one of them loyal fans. I guess like if I find another barber. But I mean, I am my own barber. I do be cutting my own hair, and I will do a reveal at some point in time. I know it's been a fat minute since I have overall, did a video without a hat, and I was like, I'm gonna lead up to the moment. All right, just bear with me, okay? I'm nervous here, but anyways, but no, overall though, yeah, COVID had happened, and then my hair, because I had like a fade haircut. And so then yeah, the sides and back, like it started growing and it didn't look right. I went to Target, and it's funny how Target, they came through when it came to like, getting like clippers and dome shavers and all that stuff. And yeah, overall though, I was like, it was definitely one of those situations where I'm like, dang man, I am gonna have to cut my own hair. I'm like, I ain't never did this before. So yeah, I did. I cut my own hair. And yeah, it wasn't bad. It honestly, it wasn't that bad, because it was a buzz cut. I just pretty much had took the like the covering thing off, because I think I was cutting with a covering thing on at first, and then I remember I just took that off and I just started. Yeah, I was like, just no, we shaving it all off, all of it gone. I'm like, I don't want nothing up there. I'm like, I want to feel the coldness and things when I when I go outside and stuff. So but yeah, overall though, I was like, this is it. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna have to live with, because yeah, it just seemed like that afterwards, like my hair, it didn't like cutting it, it's not, and I wouldn't necessarily say like cutting it is what made it just not, because it just don't look, when I grow it out, it just don't look right and things. So hold on for a second. So yeah, this is yeah, this is me with a haircut, man. It's like it feels weird, doing a video without a hat on and stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm like, it's one of those things where I like, there would be days when I remember I was younger, and I would get, it would be more so like, like it was a cut where it was like, a little bit more like you know, it was groomed, like you could tell it was done by a barber. But no, yeah, I had overall I had went ahead and was just cutting it for the longest with a pair of clippers, and then the clippers got old. Went out, got me a dome shaver, realized I had got the wrong dome shaver. It was one of them like 4 blade ones. And yeah, then that one, I think that's what it was, is that I forgot to clean it. And then the hair had built up, so it was like, you know, it was, and that was the thing. They didn't have like no thing to replace it, so I was all like, you know what, forget it. I'll just go out and get me another one, get a 5 head one, and make sure of it that I clean it this time. They got it where these things are set up like iPhones, though. They got like the standard, then they got the Pro, then it's like, yeah, it's like, bro, would you gonna have like a Pro Max or something? Like, man, that like people that be doing that, I'm like, just come out with one and just leave it, okay? Just leave it at that. But anyways, but no, like it's the thing is this though. That's why I'm doing this video, is because I want to let people know it is okay to be bald. You know, like, that's the thing. People, they can say whatever, they can do whatever, and that's the thing where it's all like, there's not, because I like, that's one thing that I'll say is that having hair, it was a lot of maintenance. You know, it was one of those things. I'm like, it's just way too much versus just being bald. I'm like, all I just gotta do is just protect the back of the head, make sure nobody don't slap it and stuff. Wear a hat when it's too cold outside and things. But no, yeah, jokes aside, I love being bald. Like, it's one of those things where I know people are like, oh, only some people can pull it off. Any and everybody, if you want to be bald, be bald. If you want to wear hats, you know, because I'm like, yeah, most likely after this video, if I record any other videos, I'm going to be wearing a hat, you know. So it's like, and that's the thing too. I mean, even with hair, you can wear a lot of different hats and stuff, but I'm like, yeah, you know, being bald and things, it's like, yeah, bro, I could get my Cole Brown on. I can wear a bunch of different hats and things and be okay with it and stuff. So, but no, it's like there's nothing wrong with it. Like, and you know, that's the crazy thing about it, is that like the times where I have heard people where they say, "Oh, I don't like when people are bald." Like, I remember watching, no, it was I think, was it a video or was it just, I can't remember if it was a video or if it was just like a random post, but let's just say it was a post. Like, I can't remember if it was like one of those like picture posts or if it was a video. But no, there was the one streamer that got canceled recently, Mizkif, where he was, it was, I think it was him talking about that, how he found his girlfriend at the time, Maya, I think, like Maya Higa, but she had cut her hair off at one point. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, there was nothing wrong with her appearance. Like, it's one of those, I don't know, like, it feels weird saying it, because it's like, I don't want it to come off as a disrespectful way, but that's like, but at the same time, being respectful, she looked good, you know, like, she's somebody where I'm like, I think the conversation still would have been the same. Like, if I was like trying to hit on her or get with her, whatever the case is, conversation would still be the same. I probably wouldn't even notice that her hair was cut. I'm like, fam, my hair cut too. I'm gonna take my hat off. I'm like, yeah, we both in here cut. So, but anyways, I remember like seeing that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, there is nothing wrong with her appearance. Like, if she, my thing is this, if she wanted to go her whole life with her hair being cut and stuff, I'm like, fam, I'm like, I'm not the best at being a barber and stuff. But if she looked at me and was all like, hey, I need you to cut my hair, I'm like, okay, so do you want to do this like in the garage or in the bathroom? I feel like it'll be easier, because if you're just trying to hurry up and get rid of it, I mean, you know, the hair flow through the wind and stuff if it's windy outside. But I'm like, bye, no, you know what? No, bump that. We ain't even gonna do that. We ain't gonna have it where a bird's flying, then the hair gets all in the bird's eyes. No, we just gonna sweep it up and stuff. So, but yeah, they're like, man, and that's another thing too. The amount of times where I went into a barber shop and you see so many different people in there wanting to get their hair cut, from women to kids to, you know, people my age, older, younger, it don't matter. It's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, it is okay being bald. And she wasn't like all the way bald. Like, her hair was just, it was like there was hair that was still there, but it was short. You know, it was like, well, I wouldn't say it was like buzz cut, but it was cut and things. So, but yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, there was nothing wrong with that. So I just remember seeing that, and I'm like, you know, there's a lot of people out there where they are so quick to like judge a person's appearance, And yeah, and it's like I fam with hair, without hair. I'm like, people going to they judge my appearance when I did have hair. So I'm like, what oh, you're bald. You got Michael Jordan thing going on. It's like, okay. And I'm like, show your face, reveal who you are. I'm like, yeah, let's see what you look like, okay? Because yeah, it's just it'll be people where they make it seem like that they are the most good looking person in the world. Like they were like, oh, I'm like, yeah, there ain't nobody that look better than me and stuff. But and they be the main ones that want to like sit down and criticize another person's appearance. And I'm like, fam, I'm living with myself. I have no choice but to live with myself. You're living in your own world. But if you take the time to look into what I got going on and you want to judge and criticize and all these other different things, I'm like, fam, do you honestly think I'm gonna care? Because at the end of the day, I'm like, fam, I'm like being bald. It is probably one of the most easiest things possible. I'm like, I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'm like, yeah, it's just hair is cut. I'm like, just slap a hat on when I go outside and I'm chilling. But yeah, I just that's another thing because I'm like, I will see, and I don't know if people are joking or not, but I just see like the disrespect that bald men get, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, what did a bald man do to you? I'm like, and it trips me out. I'm like, there be so many successful bald men out there. I'm like, at the end of the day, that's all I care about is being successful. So I'm like, as far as trying to be appealing or good looking to somebody, where I'm like, look, if you can't accept me being bald, then I'm like, fam, I don't need to have no conversations with you. I don't need to talk with you, none of that stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's just being bald. It's one of, in my opinion, one of the best hairstyles, if not the best hairstyle that you can possibly have. So, but yeah, I'm like, there ain't nothing wrong with being bald. It's like, yeah, it's like, it gets cold. I will say that much. Like a cold brew. I got my fan on right now. I ain't feeling nothing. But, anyways, but yeah, when it be like freezing cold, and I'm telling you, like the funny side to it, it's like you'll just be standing there, right? And then a cold breeze just hits you, that you just feel like your whole just body just singe up. And it's like, bro, what is that? I'm like, so yeah, I'm like, you might need to get like, a cap or something. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, man, it's still good though. It still feels good. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, when I get that dome shaver, I just get to go into town and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm like, it feels amazing because they got like this lotion that you put in it and stuff. And I'm like, it just, man, it makes it feel even better and things. So, but yeah, I'm like, there ain't nothing wrong with being bald. There ain't nothing wrong with showcasing your like your bald head, whether you a man or a woman and things. Like it's perfectly fine being bald. All right, so. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.